Hey guys, Dr. Noob Sauce, super early here in the morning. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning here, just got off work. I wanted to talk a little bit about the SUNPIPE mouthpiece, premium mouth tip. Now, like most people I've been talking to about this, people have been on the fence about this. Do you need to buy it? Hell no. But does it look cool? Hell yes. Now, you're gonna have a bunch of different options when you smoke. Obviously, you're gonna smoke either right out of the pipe, you know, if you clean it well enough. I have tons of different pipes. I try to regularly clean them so they have no ghosting or anything like that when my friends come over. But even if you're smoking like at a lounge or with a group of friends who are smoking out of one hookah and you're all passing it around, you kind of want to keep it a little bit sanitary for the most part. You know, you don't know what people got, and you kind of want them to keep it inside of their body. So you use mouth tips to keep it a little bit more sanitary. Now, you've probably seen, you know, your regular run-of-the-mill mouthpieces. This is a Beamer mouthpiece. I think it's the same company that makes the Beamer diffuser. These are the long tip mouthpieces. These are usually my go-to when friends come over because these fit basically universally in most hoses, so I really have no problem. When it comes to mouth tips, sometimes you have you go to lounges and the mouth tips don't necessarily work that great on whatever hose you're using, so you can run into like a problem where you're kind of like jam it in, or you have the female mouth tips where you're kind of like pushing it over the tip of the fucking hose, and basically it's kind of a pain in the ass. I know a couple friends who actually have their own mouthpieces that they always bring to the lounge just so they don't run into this problem. Or you're part of the 3-tip gang like Doug, and he has 3 mouth tips that go freaking from here all the way over there. However you smoke, there's a lot of different ways, and this mouthpiece is just another way to, I guess, maybe elevate or give your smoking game a little flair. Now, it is a little bit pricey because it is about anywhere from 35 to 45 bucks depending where you buy it from. Now, I was lucky enough to buy this from Sky Hookah Distribution. They have a whole line of these, and these will be up on their website, I believe, when their website eventually launches. Gregory, I'm looking at you. Let's launch this thing already. Also, really quick to get into it, I am smoking out of my matte pair. I love this thing, straight from Russia. It's an amazing little device here. It pulls like really open. It's a really easy draw compared to other things, maybe like the Wooka, that's a little bit more restricted. Not saying there's anything wrong with a restricted pull, but I like to have a nice wide open draw. I am smoking out of my Dom bowl head, which is the universal bowl, and I have my flavor of choice, which is Azure Blueberry Muffin, which I have been really enjoying. It's a really nice smoke. It's almost like biting into a muffin, where you can almost taste the dough with a nice little refreshing blueberry on the inhale and exhale. Get back more into the SUNPIPE. I do really like this SUNPIPE. Is it necessary? Hell no. I don't think you necessarily need this, nor does it like really enhance the overall smoking experience, but it is something that I really enjoy as an accessory. Now, to start from the top down, you're gonna have a resin, like a hard plastic mouth tip that can take a little bit of a beating. You can hit it against things. You don't really have to worry about chipping unless you're gonna be throwing this against a wall, which I don't recommend. I have the color scheme, which is green, white, and orange. Now, I have seen other people that also have the same color scheme, but it's different because it is a resin mold, and depending on how they pour, it will switch up how much of each color you will have. I've seen some people that have like more orange and it has like spots of green or like spots of white. So every mouth tip that you're gonna buy, even if it's the same color scheme, is gonna be uniquely different, which I like because it adds a little bit more of a personal touch to it. As you move further down the pipe, you're gonna have a little gold band that's gonna have the branding for the SUNPIPE. It's just like it's like a brass gold type finish, basically just there for like an eye-catching thing. Below that, you're gonna have like kind of a wood finish, same as the Japona. The Japona actually has, you know, the same layout. It's just a different branding. It's basically the same mouthpiece. And then on top of that, at the bottom of that, you're gonna have the silicone. And the silicone is a soft silicone. Once you touch it, you're gonna realize it. It does fit over, I'm gonna say, about like 80% of the overall hoses that I personally have. Now you will run into some hoses that it won't fit over. I think I have a couple here. Let's take a look real quick. Here I have a very slim handle, and I ran into this problem when I was testing it. Like, it fits on fine. It's not really gonna go anywhere, but it does come off very easily. It doesn't really affect the draw when you're pulling from this thing, but the fact that it doesn't fit snug on everything is something that you should know. As you keep looking, I kept pulling out more and more different hoses here with different handles. This one is necessarily more of a fatter, but as it does stay on pretty consistently. Let's see if we have another one here. I have a D hose, I believe. And as you see, the D hose, all hoses are going to have different tips, so you want to really make sure that they do fit. You snug it down there, it's not going to come off the D hose as easily. You're going to get a good draw. It does have a little bit of give because it's soft silicone, so it can bend either way. It's not necessarily hard to come off. You put it on, take it off, very easy. Let's see, do I have another hose here? I think those are 3 different types of drastically different hoses. The hose I realized that it really doesn't fit on top of is the DRNOOBSAUCE hose. It's just too fat for this, and it feels like you're almost stretching the silicone to its max capacity. So it's kind of a bummer. But I mean, overall, most hoses that you're going to find in loungers, or most hoses that you're going to find that your friends have, they will fit relatively easy on it, which is pretty cool. It's easily washable. Because it comes on a lanyard, it's very nice that you can it's hands-free. Especially, I do a lot of computer work, so I'll be typing away, clicking, doing whatever I got to do. Then I can just grab the hose, put it back down, type, or do whatever. It's great when you're working in when you kind of have like a studio environment, or you're near a computer, or even people I know that have been playing games. I play with an Xbox controller, and I don't have the little the hose thing to connect to the controller for the Xbox. I didn't buy it. It's kind of not something easily available. Unlike these mouthpieces, which are becoming more and more easily available on different websites. So it's great for when I'm playing Destiny or playing other first-person shooters. I can take a pull, drop it down, kill some people, pick it back up, and get ready to smoke. I think it's really cool. Do you need it? No. Is it a niche thing? Possibly, but I think more and more people are realizing that it is a pretty good utility piece. Especially if you need to have your hands free and you don't want to worry about, like, if you smoke regularly and now you got to put the hose down. If you put it over here, it's out of mind, and then if you go to grab it, you have to take your eyes off and look for it. I have, like, when I sit in my computer chair, if I put it on the edge of the chair and I forget it's there and I get up, it could get a little bit dangerous, not knowing where it is. But it's not something that is anything to write home about or a big issue. A lot of people were asking me when I first bought it, is it a buy? I think it is something that you definitely need to try out. Are there cheaper methods? Do you necessarily need this? No, but I think for me personally, and the way I smoke, and for the hoses I use, I think it's a real nice thing, especially for future meetups when I go and you're constantly hopping from hose to hose, trying different flavors, talking to different people. This thing comes in really handy. And for the people that did buy it, I think they are very happy with their product. So overall, I'm going to think this is definitely a buy from my point of view. You might not like it. There is also, like I said before, the Japona mouthpiece, which is very, very similar. I don't see any stark differences between the Japona and the SUNPIPE mouthpiece, other than it's just different companies making it, or different companies branding it. But yeah, that's it. So yeah, that's my little review on this. I like it a lot. But if you're on the fence and you don't have the money to spend, a mouth tip works just as good. So like always, Happy smoking, guys.